last video, I talked about repair and how real repair begins when urgency leaves the nervous system. This video is about something many people start looking for when repair doesn't lead back to the connection they hope for, which is closure. Most people think closure comes from a conversation, a explanation, a final talk, or a clear answer about what happened. They believe that if they can just understand everything, they'll finally feel at peace. But closure rarely comes from more information. It comes from regulation. You can have a long conversation, you can hear the reasons, and you can understand what went wrong and still feel unsettled inside. Still replay things. Still wonder what if. Still feel the tension in your chest when you think about that person. Maybe your stomach tightens. Maybe your thoughts loop at night. Maybe certain songs or places bring the feeling right back. Because closure isn't just a mental process, it's a nervous system process. Your mind wants answers, the nervous system wants safety. And sometimes those two things don't always happen at the same time. This is why people often chase closure. They want one more conversation, one more explanation, one more honest answer. Not because they need the information, but because they hope that conversation will finally make the discomfort go away. But when closure is chased from urgency, it usually becomes pressure. Pressure for the other person to say the right thing. Pressure for the moment to resolve your feelings. Pressure for certainty where uncertainty still exists. And that pressure rarely brings peace. You might recognize this feeling, rereading old messages, replaying conversations, imagining what you would say if you could talk to them again. Not because you want conflict, but because something in you still feels unfinished, still unsettled, still waiting for a sense of relief. That relief doesn't usually come from one final conversation. It comes slowly as your nervous system adjusts to the new reality, as the intensity fades, as your body stops expecting the connection to return, as your days begin to feel steady again without that person in them. Maybe one morning you wake up and you realize you didn't think about them first, or you go through your day without checking your phone for a message that isn't coming. Those small moments are often what closure actually looks like. Real closure isn't a moment, it's a settling, a gradual return to steadiness inside yourself. Forced closure, on the other hand, usually looks like urgency. It sounds like, I just need to understand why. I just need one last conversation. I need the truth. And underneath those words is often a deeper feeling that says, I need this pain to stop. But pain doesn't end when or because of one conversation. It ends when the nervous system finally feels safe again. Sometimes that safety returns through time, through new routines, new connections, new experiences. Sometimes it returns through grief, through letting yourself feel what was lost without trying to fix it. Closure isn't something another person gives you. It's something your nervous system slowly grows into. And leadership in this phase doesn't look like action. It looks like acceptance. It looks like waking up and choosing your life, even when part of you still feels unfinished. It looks like allowing the questions to exist without chasing answers that won't actually settle your body. Sometimes you do get a final conversation, and sometimes you don't. But real closure doesn't depend on that. Because closure isn't about the final words, it's about the nervous system no longer waiting. And when that happens, you don't feel the need to resolve the past. You just feel steady enough to keep moving forward.